This is the story of King George V, the reluctant ruler who helped shape the 20th century. George was born on June 3, 1865, the second son of Edward, Prince of Wales, later King Edward VII, and grandson of Queen Victoria. As the spare, not the heir, George wasn't expected to become king. Instead, he joined the Royal Navy, where he served for 15 years and loved the discipline, adventure, and camaraderie of life at sea. But fate had other plans. In 1892, George's elder brother, Prince Albert Victor, died suddenly of pneumonia. Just like that, George was thrust into the role of future king. And in another twist of fate, he ended up marrying his late brother's fiancée, Princess Mary of Teck, who became Queen Mary. George became king in 1910, following the death of his father, Edward VII. He was 45 years old. It was a turbulent time. The British Empire spanned the globe, but at home, tensions simmered over workers' rights, Irish independence, and constitutional reform. George wasn't flashy or charismatic like his father, but he was dutiful, steady, and deeply committed to his role. Then came the greatest test, World War I. From 1914 to 1918, Britain and its allies were locked in a brutal conflict with Germany, a country ruled by George's first cousin, Kaiser Wilhelm II. This war wasn't just political, it was personal. With anti-German sentiment soaring, the British public turned its suspicion toward the royal family, whose actual surname was Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, a legacy of their German ancestry. In a bold PR move, George made history in 1917 by renaming the royal house. From then on, they would be known as the House of Windsor, a name chosen for its strong English roots. It was a turning point in royal image-making, and it worked. But George's decisions weren't always popular or easy. When the Russian Revolution broke out in 1917, George refused to offer asylum to his cousin Tsar Nicholas II, fearing it would stir unrest at home. Months later, Nicholas and his family were executed by the Bolsheviks. It was a decision that haunted George for the rest of his life. After the war, Britain was no longer the empire it once was. Millions had died, the economy was struggling, and revolutionary ideas were spreading. In 1926, a massive general strike brought the nation to a standstill. This quiet empathy earned him deep respect from the public. George also presided over a transformation of the empire. In 1931, the Statute of Westminster gave dominions like Canada, Australia, and South Africa full legal independence, marking the birth of the British. His legacy lives on, not just in history books, but in the very fabric of the modern monarchy. From a sailor to a sovereign, King George V proved that even the quietest of kings can leave the loudest echoes in history. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories that bring history to life.